away, we set a course to find another family to mooch off of. Away, away, we keep our mama in our mind, and when she visits, we give her cash. Away, away, our pull-out game is weak, because condoms are for slut people. Away, away, Samoan women work hard, much harder than American women. Away, away, haitiato madare. When it's time to bus home, I know the way. Oh my god, what an Oscar-worthy performance. So dudes, welcome back to the #1 YouTube channel in the entire world. As you could have guessed from our opening number and the title of this video, today we're going to be talking about Asuelu and Kalani. Wait, what's that? Breaking news, guys. Right now we have just discovered that Asuelu has actually changed his entire act around. He's become hardworking, he's become the breadwinner in the household. I'm kidding, you guys are so gullible. Nothing's changed, this guy's a bum. Asuelo is still a lame loser kid that plays too many video games and doesn't take care of his family financially and emotionally. So let's roll the clip and see what my favorite family's up to. So right now it's the morning time in Kalani and Asuelu's household, and their plan for today is to go see Asuelu's mother and his sisters.
I still feel tired. I didn't even sleep last night.
Why didn't you sleep last night?
Because I saw the ghost. I go to the bathroom because I really want to poop, and I saw like a little girl.
Well, that's kind of scary, Asuelo. You know, nothing worse than going to take a poop in the middle of the night and seeing a ghost of a little girl. How much you guys want to bet the ghost Asuelo saw was one of his ancestors asking for money?
No, not really.
So Asuelo goes on to say that Samoans are very superstitious people, and he saw a ghost, he saw a moving shadow of a little girl last night, and he had a big head and he couldn't go to sleep after.
Last night, I heard someone talking. I held my pee because I was too afraid to go to the bathroom.
So Kalani also says she heard a weird sound last night and she believes in ghosts also. Let me know if you guys believe in ghosts. Comment below. When I think of ghosts, I think of that show Danny Phantom. You know, gotta catch him out because he's Danny Phantom. Does anyone else watch that show? Do you guys remember that show? Such a banger. That's enough talking about ghosts. Let's look at that magical moment when Asuelo finally rekindles his old flame with his mother.
It's about you, my boys. I love you so much. I love you, Asuelu. I miss you, my baby.
Oh my.
Damn, that's hot.
Yo. That's a long kiss, bro. On the lips with your mom. It's pretty sus.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I feel super uncomfortable watching this. That's a really long kiss on the lips with your mom. I'm counting about 10 seconds there. Could be longer. It's too long of a kiss, okay? They really are counting it out with that kiss on the lips. And it's weird to just grab your kid and kiss him on the lips like that, man. Like, my parents stopped kissing me on the lips when I was like 1 year old probably. But, you know, I'm not Tom Brady's kids. That was a low blow.
1 hour later.
Hey, get a room, guys.
Gosh, guys, this kiss is passionate enough to make Debbie and Colt jealous. And that says a lot, because those motherfuckers probably make out all the time. Allegedly.
My mother, is she a good kisser? Well, let's find out.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Mommy.
Yay! Am I a good kisser?
The best.
Oh, Jesus, that's just wrong.
How it feels to chew 5 gum.
Oh, thank you, Mommy.
Aw, thanks, Mommy. So Asuelo and Kalani have a mini fight, and she's like, hey, that kiss with your mom was a little bit long. And Asuelo takes offense to that, and they start having a little bit of friction, and then he walks away, and Kalani's like, he's such a crybaby. Kalani, you had babies with the first guy you lost your virginity to, which was Asuelo, and you didn't make sure he had a high IQ. Like, this guy has one of the lowest IQs I've ever seen in my life. You had unprotected sex with this dude. And honestly, I think I speak for everyone here. It's really hard to feel bad for Kalani because you did this to yourself. I just don't really know what the point is of keeping your virginity and trying to remain pure and then going to Samoa and losing your virginity to the dumbest person in Samoa. So honestly, I don't feel bad for Kalani. I feel like she brought this on herself. She's way older than he is. So when they first got together, she was in her late 20s and he was in his early 20s. And I just feel like you picked a really immature person to like have sex with and start a family with and do all this stuff with. And it's kind kind of weird to live with your parents and have your parents and family help you take care of the kids and not be financially independent at this age.
I don't even know what you're mad
I
about.
think that we just meet with my family and you're just upset and annoying with my family.
I was just saying it was like a weird and awkward beginning. It's not anything personal. It was just freaking weird. Like you making out with your mom.
So from this, we can see that Kalani's insanely jealous of the relationship Asuelo has with his mother. She wants to get in there and get some of that kiss action herself.
Can we not do this right now?
What do you have here?
Fancied up grilled cheese.
Wow.
I find it funny that Asuelo is blown away that this guy's selling grilled cheese sandwiches. Like, wow, I've heard legends of the grilled cheese.
Yeah,
Can you give me a best one? Like free?
I can do that.
Asuelo, the big-time provider, is out there procuring food for his family, and he just goes up there and is like, hey, can you give me the best you got? 3 of the best grilled cheese sandwiches, please. Next thing you know, Asuelo goes to every single food cart and starts going up there and being like, hey, I want the best you got, man. I don't care what it is. I trust you. Give me the best you got from every single food cart, and then he brings a whole bunch of food to his family to snack on. No one. Asuelo, can I get the best of the best?
I just grab every single food, the best of the best, and I'm hoping that the food delicious and my family go enjoy the night.
It's super heartwarming to see Asuelo go above and beyond for his mom and his sisters. If only he brought that same energy to his marriage and his kids. Do you guys remember when he walked out on his family and left his son on his birthday and then came back later after throwing a little pissy fit? You guys remember that? Yeah, people don't forget Asuelo.
This is all the best of the best.
Oh, wow.
The best is the best.
This is fish and chips.
I cannot believe how much food you got, baby. Thank you, Asuelu.
Thank you as well for food.
Okay, enjoy yourself, help yourself.
As they're enjoying the best of the best, Asuelo's mom soon brings up the topic of money and says, how much money you bring me, Asuelo?
Any money for mom?
I guess.
Asuelo's mom says, how much money you bring for me? And the mood gets really awkward fast. Everyone just keeps looking at each other. I do think it's strange. Most mothers, when they first see their kids, I think they're just happy to see their kids. I think it's strange that this mom comes in and asks, you have money for mom? You have money for us? I feel like there's this misconceived notion that every single American is rich. Yeah, the salaries are higher in America, but the expenses are also way higher than most other countries. So it's definitely not the case that every single family in the United States is rich and has just spare money that they should give to their family members, and they shouldn't even give it to their family members. It's if the family chooses to give money, you know what I mean? So Asuelo tells his mom he can spare $100, and his mom and his sisters are very disappointed that it's such a small amount, which, hey man, $100 to a lot of people is a lot of money. I don't think your kid owes you money, so I feel like that's plenty. I also think it's weird that she wants money in the first place. So
That's a lot of money.
Just 100?
Yeah.
She said 100, it's too small.
So Asuelo's sister says $100 is not enough money.
Muchi Samoan summoning jutsu!
I think that's a very insensitive thing to say. They just appear very greedy. They show up, they ask their kid for money, and it's like he has his own family to worry about. Asuelo works part-time at an ice cream shop, I believe, and Kalani doesn't work, so their financial situation isn't great. So you already know your kid's situation isn't great and he's struggling for money, but you come and when he still offers you money, you're upset at the amount and you don't think the amount is enough money. Okay, let me read you guys what the sister says because it's so stupid. When I talked to Asuelo, I told him make sure he brings 1,000 for my mom, but he brought only $100. You know, so I'm so disappointed with him. They go on further to say he's supposed to stand up and take care of our family. I find this so strange. Like, if the sisters want money for their mother, why don't you guys get jobs and get money for your mother in Samoa? I don't know why you're relying on Asuelo when Asuelo can't even provide for his new family, and you expect him to give money for his old family and send money to you guys? What is the thought process here, people? If I was struggling financially and my mother and sisters came and asked me for money, and I said I only have $100 and they said that's too little, I would be like, okay, here's the $100 back. Go f yourselves. You're all fucking trash. And then I would take my family and I would leave.
You know I need money and I want to send some more for the church and for the family.
Oh, yeah, the church needs money.
1,000 for my mom.
Oh yeah, because organized religion hasn't made more money and doesn't have more tax breaks than any other institute in the world. That's hilarious. You know what the funniest thing is about these people that say the church needs money and I need money to give to the church? The funniest part about these kind of people is in every single holy book, you can read it. You think God, the almighty being, the creator of everything, cares about earthly possessions like money. You really think he gives a about that? That's hilarious to me. Second thing that's funny is you think all the money from the church goes to the people and someone doesn't pocket that shit? That's hilarious. Let's talk about Saving Africa Foundation and all these foundations and all these charities. Why are all the CEOs and why are all the people in charge of it billionaires or multimillionaires? Don't you find that funny? The mother and the sisters, I hope that it's fake, but I don't think it is. I think they really just are moochy bum loser lames.
That's all I afford. Now I have kids and it's very expensive.
But you know your dad and your mom are still alive.
This is probably the most awkward dinner that I've ever been a part of.
Kalani's sister is me and you guys right now if we were at this dinner. It would just be so awkward. I'm very confrontational. You guys already know that, so I would definitely say something. I think majority of people would just sit down and just watch this unfold.
I think it's bull that Asuelu's family doesn't really talk about anything but money.
Well, I don't really know what Asuelo told you guys, but we don't really have anything extra. He's working part-time. I stay at home because if we don't have money to give, where is that going to come from?
His mother and sisters are so out of line here because they're not entitled to their money, and that's the energy they're bringing to this conversation, and it's so wrong.
So if you want to be a man, why don't you work full-time? So you can be able to help your little family and back home, you know?
Hey, lazy bitch, why don't you get a job to support yourself and your mom if you want to be the breadwinner, you want to talk shit to your brother? He has duties towards his family now. He doesn't have to give you any money. If you want to call him out, why don't you get a job yourself, you lazy bum?
I try. We send my application somewhere, like everywhere in where we live, and
Yeah, honestly, I can imagine it's hard for Asuelo to find a job. Considering I could never imagine a company actually hiring him. He seems like the kind of guy that could fuck up making a bowl of cereal. I don't think he's qualified to make me a sandwich, and I don't think I would ever hire him for anything. We've seen how bad he is as a father and husband. I can only imagine him as a worker. It's just like, if you want your business to lose money, you guys should hire Asuelo.
it's really hard because for me, I still love you guys, but it's like asking Kalani what she think about it, and whatever we agree about, we do that.
Whoa, so this is actually a cool moment for Asuelo. We kind of like found, I don't want to say he has a sack of balls yet because I don't think he does, but he's found something. You know what I mean? There's like a little bump down there. He like reached down and found a little bump because essentially what he says is there's two people in this relationship. Kalani is my partner and I'm going to do what we decide on together. He's not going to listen to everything his family says because there's two people in this relationship, him and Kalani, and they need to focus on their own family. You know what? I agree with that. I'm happy that there's progress with Asuelo. Let's be honest, I can be a little ruthless, right? But I'm excited that there's progress for Asuelo. I'm happy that there's this one moment we can look at and say, okay, this is progress. So Asuelo says, my mom needs money. I have lots of family in Samoa. They need money. Because my family's poor, I know that my family is very disappointed, but I want to support my wife. And also the boys. We don't really have much money to spare. One day, maybe if I have lots of money to send to my family, but for now, I need to take care of my wife and the boys first. I know what you guys are thinking. Everybody should think like this and have their priorities straight. Isn't this obvious to take care of your family who started first? I get that, guys, but he has a really low IQ. So I'm happy to see some progress. I think it's like baby steps. You know what I mean? We gotta reward good behavior. You know when you train like dogs and stuff and you're like, rewarding good behavior and then being like no to bad behavior. That's how we have to attack this, I think. If Asuelo's family is poor and they need money and they're trying to be mooches and ask Asuelo for money and pressure him into getting handouts and getting money, why don't you guys get jobs and work for your own money like everybody else in the world? I have a lot of friends that got laid off because this whole pandemic bullshit, and it's really frustrating because they're all itching to get back in the workplace and grind and work and make money for them and their families. And to see people like this that just want handouts and don't want to work for the money and just want to sponge and mooch off family members, it just makes me mad because I hate entitled lazy people.
Where is your mind now? Danny and his parents, they have a lot of money. They will take care of the kids.
I don't want to ask Kalani's parents. They help a lot. But I don't want them to support everything.
Where's your mind? What did I teach you about being a mooch? Kalani's family has money. You just sponge off them and then give us the money. This mom is such a low-class piece of shit, huh? This is so moochy in so many levels. And then you want to say you want to give the money to the church? Oh yeah, the church needs the money? Yeah, does it? Really? That's hilarious. This is so stupid.
Back home, we gotta put our parents first no matter we're married. We're supposed to take care of them and send money no matter what.
Well, do you send money home?
It's none of your business.
Oh my God. I love this so much. Hey man, why don't you practice what you preach, you lazy loser? I love this. She doesn't send money, but she expects her brother to send money to her parents. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. And you know what? Just so you know, you got your priorities wrong. His duties are towards his kids and his family, his wife, and his family that he has right now. His duties aren't towards his mother and father. It's not. Some people might disagree with me, that's fine. But from the way they've acted, they've been very manipulative and very toxic. If this was my mom and sisters, I would cut them off, never talk to them again, and tell them both to get That's what I would do, because I have self-respect. And you know what? Asuelo needs to get some self-respect because his family's toxic. He needs to cut them loose and focus on his wife and his kids because that's where his duties and his allegiance lie right now.
It is my business.
We are asking my son. Just leave my daughter alone.
Yeah.
Wow, Asuelo, you're gonna let your mom and your sister berate your wife like that? I gave you a compliment and now you're letting me down. Alright guys, let's vibe. You don't let somebody put your wife down like that. You don't let somebody talk to your wife that way. That's not okay. I'm surprised that she said this and they have this kind of attitude towards his wife. They pay no respect to his wife. They just showed up to get their money and bounce and want freebies and want handouts. Why don't you lazy bums get jobs yourself? This is just blown my mind. These people have no class. They're toxic. They suck. Period. End of story. I'm honestly happy this information came to light because we needed to see this in order to see how this guy became the way he is. I think he's been manipulated by his mom and his sisters his entire life. His mom literally said he was my right-hand boy and he would always send me money, no problem. And now he moved to America, he no send me money. It's Kalani, it's his wife's fault. His job, his reason for being, his purpose in life is not to make money for you. You creepy old bitch. In a healthy mother and son relationship, a mother should want their kid to go start a family and leave home and take care of his family and live a beautiful life and not have to rely on your kid to send you money and not make him feel like a piece of shit when he doesn't send you money. That's a healthy relationship. They have a very unhealthy relationship, and at this point, I don't think their relationship's gonna get any better.
So calm down. I don't like bring money to ruin our relationship.
Okay, that's enough. Whatever you told me about, that's okay. But I want to go home now. Done. I'm done.
This mom just cares about money, 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 and doesn't care about seeing her son and her grandkids, and the sisters don't care about seeing her brother or their brother's kids. Honestly, here I feel kind of bad for Asuelo because he's coming to the realization that my family only uses me for money, and that's the only reason why they even talk to me, which is a really shitty feeling to have. I think all of us have been through that, whether that's family or friends. We've all been used at some point in our life, and it's a really bad feeling. So I think we can all kind of vibe and relate to this and be like, okay, I feel bad for Asuelo here.
Me is your mother. You must respect me. Why are you hiding the money? If we send money to you, how can my kids? They will die!
In summary, if you have to buy someone's love, whether that's a family member, a friend, a girlfriend, a wife, if you have to actually buy someone's love,
She belongs to the streets.
you're in a very toxic relationship. You need to remove yourself from that relationship. Love can't be bought. It has to be earned. And I think that Asuelu, this is actually a good moment in your life, even though it's a bad moment right now. Later in life, you're going to look back on this and be like, wow, thank God that this happened. Because now he cut his toxic family out of his life. Maybe he can focus on the family that he has. Maybe this will make him a better father because he won't ever be like, hey kids, you need to give me money or else I won't love you. You know what I mean? Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment below, subscribe. Let's be friends, let's be friends. Follow me on Twitch and on Instagram right now.